Absolutely, I exceeded all our expectations. Great start to the season. I mean, the competition out there certainly gave us a run for our money. Childhood at one point was doing 20 knots. We just thought we could never match that. Pata Negra were doing 12 knots, and we just, bring it on. But no, great fun, good. Yeah, raced hard all the way to the end. It's just the persistence and perseverance, and we got into a watch system 3 hours on, 3 hours off pretty early on. Managed to keep that going. At times we were using the pilot, at times we were hand steering, and it was just being able to keep going for 3 hours. It's hard work, but pays off.
And what's it like to be here in Grenada?
Absolutely fabulous. We were here 2 years ago. It's great to be back again. And we're looking forward to celebrating over the next few days.
We took a lot of time deciding whether to go north or south and how far. So very progressive strategy in terms of going to a certain point, making decision routing, after day 5, knowing where we want to be, and then really looking at the forecasts and trying to pick a route through. The big decision, on about day 5 was whether to stay north up against the high pressure or to dive south. And by day 7, there was no get out at all. If you had gone north, you had to stay north, and it was always going to be a bit of a gamble. But we managed to pick our way through a few saddles, just get enough pressure. With a small boat, we have the slight advantage that as long as you keep moving, you're sort of at 6 knots, which is almost your hull speed. And we just kept going at 6 knots, 6 knots, 6 knots, and we're looking at the scores coming in, and we're just like, well, it's enough. These guys going south are going a long way to get to the breeze, and then they had to go a long way even further. And so so I think there was a big navigational play that I think we managed to pull off, and that was very important. And then we probably steered 1,000 miles each, and the autopilot another 1,000. So 1,000 miles hand steering's a lot. I mean, the people that have to hand steer the whole way probably don't know, but it's a small boat. It takes a long time, it's great to be here and have won the race. Yeah, there was a fairly significant moment of falling overboard where I doubted myself. So about, I suppose, 1,000 miles from here, we were putting a kite up. It had a twist in it, and as you do inshore, you sort of go pull the leech, and a wave caught us on the side, and I went straight over the side with it. And so that was and then you're being dragged backwards at 7 knots under the water. That's a pretty interesting moment where you think about a few things. But we whacked the kite down, and it was no real drama. The boat slowed really quickly, and we just pulled in, packed the kite, went up on the foredeck, pulled it back up again, and sort of got on with the race. Try not to think about it too much. But so there was a moment of doubt. You sort of kick yourself. I mean, what I need to find is the RYA day skipper picture of the guy on the foredeck about to be launched off the boat, because that was me. And then you sort of think, okay, we are in the middle of the ocean here. So there's a few doubts, a few moments.
Well, I think for the Corinthian sailors, it all starts from small beginnings. I started sailing with a club boat, Sigma 33, and thoroughly enjoyed it. And you just work your way through and work your way up, and you've just got to build the miles, get the experience. Doesn't matter where you start from, just keep at it.
It's one of the great things about sailing and yachting, especially offshore, is you get to compete professional against amateur in a level playing field pretty much, and it's about the time you put in, the dedication you put in, and we certainly do that. We put some miles in to get to here, and hopefully this is the start of a great season for us. It was a long season. We obviously had a very disappointing season a couple of seasons ago where we missed out just on one race, and through rig failure, and we're out here now this time to, as we said we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that rig failure. So we're here to try and get the things, and it's great to have another. Pata Negra is also doing the whole season as well, so we've got a proper competition on, and it should be really good to see how it plays out. The survival gene kicks in fairly quickly.
I bet.
So you're sort of into that, you got to do what you have to do, and a few injuries, but nothing too bad. So a few bruises, but it was a good bit of teamwork, wasn't it, to get back aboard and get going again. But I don't think Richard was too impressed with me hanging out over the side.
Slowing the boat down.
Slowing the boat down. I must have, well, that was the trouble, is we had actually stopped at that point. We didn't have a kite up. We're suddenly going slow. And I'm looking at Richard and going, it's a really important part of the race, this. We've really got to keep going. He's like, well, should we have a cup of tea? And I was like, should we get the A5 up first? And then we'll have a cup of tea. It's just like we don't want to stop just because of that. I mean, it's only swimming, isn't it?